Are your paleatus cories eating their eggs? In this video, I'll tell you how to cut down on paleatus egg eating to get more eggs and more fry. I'm Bob, and this is Sonny's Fish Room. YouTuber The B-Side DJ left me a comment on my earlier video on breeding Corydoras paleatus. B-Side wrote, "The paleatus always eat their eggs immediately after the female deposits the eggs somewhere. I tried tanks completely saturated with wood, hiding places, plants, and overfilled with spawning mops. But nothing helps. As soon as the female lays the eggs, the rest will go crazy in the tank until every egg is eaten. They never give me 1 minute to separate the eggs." B-Side, thanks for the comment. There's a lot to what you said. Here's what happened after my last video. I started with 3 fish, a female and 2 males. After that video, I added 3 more paleatus cories to the breeding tank, another female and 2 more males. I thought, I got a lot of eggs from 3 fish. If I put all 6 fish together, I'll get twice as many eggs. I fed them heavily and did a big water change with fresh rainwater from my backyard. Within a couple of days, they spawned, but only bits of egg membrane were left on the glass. The paleatus had eaten all the eggs. I remember that I'd read a scientific article about bluegill sunfish. That's a North American fish popular with anglers. Male bluegills tend nests that they dig in the gravel. The researchers found that male bluegill sunfish could identify their own offspring by smell and tell them apart from the offspring of other males that snuck in during the mating process. I thought that, like the sunfish, paleatus cories might have a way to tell their eggs apart from the eggs of other paleatus parents. Maybe the paleatus cories that hadn't been involved in the spawning were eating the eggs of the paleatus cories that spawned. This might make sense in the wild. If a fish ate the eggs of other fish but not its own eggs, then when the eggs hatched, the fry wouldn't be competing with the other fish's fry. So I removed 3 of the fish and went back to 1 female and 2 males. A couple of days after a big water change, I found lots of eggs on the glass. I congratulated myself on solving the problem. I thought, if you reduced the group to just the parents, then the eggs would be safe. But after the spawn, I didn't have time to pick the eggs out of the tank because I had arranged to go on a hike. When I came back a few hours later, I saw that there were only 2 eggs left. The parents had eaten all the rest. But it took longer for the eggs to be eaten when it was only the parents in the group and not all of the fish. So I learned the hard way that it's not that paleatus cories won't eat their own eggs, it's just that the parents may wait a couple of hours before they do. Here are my takeaways for making sure you get enough eggs to get a decent hatch. I hope they work for you. First, limit the number of breeders. Just a female and 1 or 2 males. The way to tell them apart is that the females are usually larger and thicker around the middle. Feed them generously for a few days, twice a day if you can. The females probably need the extra food to produce the eggs. Plus, if the fish are well fed and their stomachs are full, it may take them longer before they get hungry enough to eat their eggs. That will give you a little extra time to collect the eggs. I like to feed a high-protein, energy-dense food. I give the breeders a little hard-boiled egg yolk in the morning and some Aquamax fry starter in the late afternoon. Blackworms and decapsulated brine shrimp eggs will also work well. Let the water get a little dirty. Then vacuum out about 80 or 90% of the water and replace it with clean, soft, acidic water. Cories are seasonal spawners, so the idea is to simulate the spring rains that trigger spawning. Plan ahead. Do the water change a couple of days ahead of when you'll be around to check on them. So maybe do the water change on a Thursday night if you know you'll be around on Saturday and Sunday. Paleatus cories are found in a lot of places in the southern part of South America. Your fish may be different genetically from mine, so what works for me may or may not work for you. If you try this, I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment to let me know whether this worked for you or if you tried something else that worked. I hope you liked this video. It would really help me out if you could subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.